Hello dear fans. Korean War, Causes and Results. Most historians believe that the Korean War was an inevitable event. The Korean War is also called the first local confrontation between the Western superpowers and the Socialist bloc in the era of nuclear weapons. In fact, the war between North and South Korea could become the Third World War. How Korea was divided into North and South. In 1905, at the end of the Russo-Japanese War, Japan declared a protectorate over the territory of the Korean peninsula, and since 1910, it completely made Korea its colony. This lasted until 1945, when the USSR and the United States decided to declare war on Japan and landed Soviet troops in the north and American troops in the south of the Korean peninsula. Japan surrendered and lost its territories outside of its country. At first, it was supposed to temporarily divide Korea along the 38th parallel into two parts, with the aim of accepting surrender in the north and south, and in December 1945, it was decided to introduce two provisional governments. In the north, the USSR transferred power under the leadership of the Communist Party headed by Kim Il-sung, and in the south, as a result of elections, the leader of the Liberal Party, Lee Sung-man, won. Causes of the Korean War. With the onset of the Cold War between the Soviet Union and the United States, it became difficult to agree on the unification of North and South Korea into a single country, and interim leaders Kim Il-sung and Lee Sung-man tried to unite the two sides of the peninsula under their own leadership. The situation became tense, and the leader of the communist movement, Kim Il-sung, appealed to the USSR to provide military assistance in order to attack South Korea, while emphasizing that the majority of the people of the northern peninsula would go over to the side of the communist regime themselves. When the Korean War began. At 4 o'clock in the morning on June 25, 1950, the troops of the Communist North in the amount of 175,000 soldiers began their offensive across the border. The USSR and China took the side of North Korea. The United States, as well as other UN members, Great Britain, the Philippines, Canada, Turkey, the Netherlands, Australia, New Zealand, Thailand, Ethiopia, Greece, France, Colombia, Belgium, South Africa, and Luxembourg, came out in support of South Korea. Despite this, the superiority of North Korea's forces and allies was clear. For 2 years, the line of fire passed practically along the 38th parallel. Of the coalition countries that fought on the side of the South, the United States suffered the greatest losses, because the North had the best Soviet equipment and, most importantly, the best MiG-15 fighters in the USSR. Results of the Korean War. On July 27, 1953, an armistice agreement was finally reached, which is valid to this day. However, the technical state of war and readiness to start hostilities again at any time is still preserved in North and South Korea. As concessions in signing the agreement, North Korea provided the South with a small area northeast of the border in exchange for joining Kaesong. During the war, the border was repeatedly shifted from the very north to the very south, and thanks to the fact that the city of Kaesong became part of North Korea, the border between the countries shifted slightly south of the 38th parallel, and today this border is the most demilitarized in the world. The total number of casualties on both sides of the Korean peninsula is estimated at 4 million people, and these are soldiers, pilots, officers, and the rest of the military, as well as civilians. Hundreds of thousands of wounded. Material losses amount to thousands of downed aircraft and hundreds of destroyed machinery. The territories of the two countries were badly damaged by powerful bombing and fighting. Every year on June 25, North and South Korea celebrates a day of national mourning. Thanks for watching.